Oh yeah, we back with the Twisted Tea too, where we do things a little different around here. So, we checking out these reviews. AITA are. Let's just dive in. So, first one says, basically, am I the asshole? Girlfriend sleeping at male coworker's house. This is gonna be interesting. Says, hi, my girlfriend and I have been going out for 2 years. Have our rough spots and disagreements. We always talk everything through calmly and well throughout. All right then. 2 months ago, my girlfriend went to a work party. They were all drinking, and there happened to be a guy that wouldn't leave her alone. She tried to walk home. There happened to be a guy who wouldn't leave her alone. She tried to walk home and got locked out of her house. The only place she could sleep was the house of the party where the creepy guy was. Okay? So, she knocks on the host's bedroom door and asks if she can sleep in his room. Okay. I got a couple red flags here. She ends up sleeping in his bed. You know, I'm not really surprised about that. Clothed, but cuddling as she was shaken up. So before I go on, right, I got some questions. Question number 1. Where the fuck was you? Question number 1. Where the fuck was you? That's question number 1. Okay. Question number 2 is, it doesn't say how old these people are, right? And so I'm a little confused it says that she walked home and got locked out of her house. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if that's the case. On here, it also says that it's the only place she could sleep. So what you're telling me is that she has no other friends, not one friend. And you're telling me that she went to this party with coworkers kind of by herself, and that she's not cool with none of the other coworkers but her male coworkers. Okay, let's keep going. Which, I mean, and I guess, you know, it also doesn't say, like, you know, I mean, 1, age matters in this, and 2, if this may be a lesbian relationship, because I mean, if this may be a lesbian relationship, it makes a difference also because, well, let's just be honest, if she's sleeping at her male coworker's house and they're cuddled but clothed, you know, one day he might try to slide. Let's get back into it. As we left off, she was shaken up, so she was cuddling but clothed. Cut to it now. I'm speaking to her last week about upcoming weekend plans. She tells me she's not doing anything. I think it's okay, and I carry on. That weekend, I happened to see her location when searching for a photo in my messages, as we share locations. And see her at some random house in a city she doesn't go to. See, we share locations. So I found her at a random house in a city she doesn't go to. I think it's odd, but I'm sure there's a reason. Monday, I asked her, Monday, I ask how her weekend went. If she did anything, she ignores my message and responds to the next one. Today, I asked her how her weekend went over the phone. She says, fine, went to the beach. And nothing more. Conversation goes elsewhere, seeing if she'd bring it up. She didn't. So I say, I happened to see you were at some random house when looking at photos. She says, oh, yeah, I hung out with a friend. I inquired, I said, you were hanging out at 6 a.m.? Oh, shit, it didn't say that shit up there earlier. I'd be questioning that too. You were hanging out at 6 a.m.? I mean, again, this is the same person who, was a little scared about the creep at the party, but went right back to the same house. So I'm not surprised that this person's hanging out at 6 a.m. She goes, no, I slept there. I slept the night there. Like I said. I say, okay, I don't remember you having friends out there. Was it someone I know? She says, it's just a coworker. Which piques my interest, thinking, no way could it be the same guy. I asked, was it the same coworker you slept in bed with? She gets defensive and says nothing. I asked, why were you there? She says, I just went there to talk to him about what happened. I ended up having a couple of drinks and decided it wasn't safe to drive home. That's a good excuse. Some bullshit. She slept in another room and said nothing happened. I asked why she didn't tell me, and she said because she knew I would get mad. And I said, nah, bitch, I ain't mad, I'm pissed. That's not what was said. She said, didn't feel like she had to tell me about every interaction with friends. Later, she apologized for the last part. This sounds like one of them things I just figured out the other day, which I didn't know existed. They call situationships. That's exactly what it sounds like you in right now, a situationship. I wish you the best. But if I were you, I'd leave, because it sounds like this is going to be a reoccurring theme. Now, I'm going to continue reading, and we're going to get into the comments. At this point, I was quite irritated. I told you she was pissed. I was quite irritated. She lied 3 times about it. I tried to hide it. Listen, okay? If you ain't gotten them draws, then that person did. I tried to hide it and then got defensive about why she was there. We have clear boundaries, which she's broken quite a few times. She gets incredibly upset over the thought of ending things. She never cheated. Listen, I beg to differ. Look, if she's got to lie to you about the stuff that's going on, there's way more to this, okay? You might say that she's never cheated, but clearly you don't know the person you're dealing with. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, but I don't think you know the person you're dealing with. She gets incredibly upset over the thoughts of ending it, of course, because you are this person's security blanket. She has done very questionable things that leave me feeling shitty. Listen, you're going to feel a lot more shittier later if you continue to stay. All right? I'm the asshole for feeling upset, irritable. Should I call this relationship over? I think you should have called this shit a situationship to begin with. And you should absolutely call it over, because it's not even making sense of what's going on here. All right? Now, that's just what I think. Okay? I want a time frame. So I'm gonna give you the best advice I can in the quickest time, other than leave it. Let's see. Am I the asshole? No. I don't think you the asshole for this. I think you the dumbass for this, for allowing it. That's right. There's a difference. Okay, I don't think you the asshole. I think you the dumbass for allowing this to happen. There's definitely a difference. All right. Now, this person writes, NTA, relationship is over. Faster than you realize that, the easier. The faster you realize that, the easier. She gone, pew. This is the only answer. NTA, just native. She tells you she sleep. What the fuck is NTA mean? I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'm going to ask a young person later on when I go to work to figure out what the fuck NTA means. All right? We'll tell y'all tomorrow. But for right now, she tells you she keeps sleeping in another man's bed, but swears they just cuddled. And you believe her? I'd break up with her. I'd break up with them. The moment she says she slept in another man's bed, period, boop. Even if she only cuddled, a good woman doesn't cuddle with anyone but her SO. SO, significant other. That's what that has to mean. All right? And this person wrote, cuddling, just cuddling? Absolutely, ain't nobody just cuddling. You know they trying to, That's what they write. Let's see. She called him creepy and tried to throw you off. She slept with him the first time. Well, that was my thing. I mean, you called it creepy and then you went back to the house. That don't make no damn sense. Like, where's that makes zero sense. Zero sense. You know? So like, that's number one. Oh, that's my alarm. See what I mean? I got another session. Okay? Therapist gotta go. I got like 5 more minutes, so that's my alarm. But she called you creepy. She called the person creepy, right? So if that person was creepy, and let's just say she truly had nowhere to go, because I don't believe you truly didn't have nowhere to go. I think that's some big crock of bullshit. But, and you went back, you could have slept in the living room, right? You could have slept in the living room on the floor. If you was in that person's bedroom, and I damn sure ain't condoning it, because I'd have been pissed, which is why I asked, where the fuck was you? You could have even then slept on the floor of that person's room. And even that's too close for comfort. All right? Not to sound like the asshole, but I might sound like the asshole in this, but your ass should have just slept the fuck outside. I'm just saying. Okay? Now, pretty sure, wait, let's get back into that. Locked out of her house and went back there and didn't call you. You see, that's what I've been saying with this weird ass number up top. Number one commenter. See? But that's what I've been saying the whole time. Like, that doesn't make sense. All right? She's not exclusively your girlfriend anymore. It's over. Like, she is not yours anymore. And I hope that you can pick yourself up in this and know that it's not your fault. I say that, but look at the look on my face. I don't know if it is or isn't your fault. I don't know the things that you have done to have this person get to this. I don't know the situation because you all haven't really given us much of the situation. All right? But I know you need to get the fuck out. Okay? Self-respect, man. Dump her. That's what I'm talking about. She cheated on you. She sure cheated on you. She sure cheated on you. The night she just cuddled. That was a test. That's exactly what that was, a test. That was seeing like, yo, can I get away with this? Yeah, she sure got you. Got you. Maybe when she was locked out, but definitely not. Wait, maybe when she was locked out, but definitely not when she could have. Not had too many drinks like a responsible adult and took an Uber home. You know what? Ting, ting, ting. That's true too. I ain't even think of Uber. I ain't even think of that. Good point. Ting, you win that one. Didn't even think of that. Cheater, cheater, cheater. Hey, listen. All right, we'll be back to bring you more. But to give you a gist of what just happened in this story, all right, this Reddit person writes that they want to know if they the asshole because their girlfriend has been sleeping outside of their house. Now, again, I don't know the ages of these people, which really makes a difference, you see, because if these people are like 30, then for damn sure there's a problem here. If this is like a 15, 16-year-old, right, type thing, and you're like, oh, what 15 or 16-year-old is that until 6 a.m.? You know, the ones who simply say, yeah, Mom, I'm sleeping at Jen's or Jill or whoever the hell they got for friend's house, and they believe it, right? And then they go do some other shit. So if this is one of those cases, then, you know, I'll be honest, we don't really give a shit because y'all motherfuckers weren't going to make it to begin with. You might as well give up. But if this is a case of like an older person, you know, in their late 20s, 30s, and they thought that this was going to be something dependable and y'all could depend on this, whenever somebody's telling you, again, that they cuddling up outside the house, you should know to tell them to kick rocks. It's time to tell them to kick rocks. There's no cuddling outside of your cuddle zone between you two, all right? Or else they're going to do way more than that one day. Now, with that being said, thank you for checking in on us and checking out this Reddit review. We look forward to sending you more because I'll be out there with even more, right? Don't forget to hit those buttons as we are brand new to this and we need to rise. We need to rise and we need you Reddit readers to rise with us. So let's do our thing and we'll continue to do our thing as you continue to do yours.